The flag is up. And they're away in the Peapack. All the way well on the inside. Class tie for the early lead, along with Green Lightning as they come to the first. Green Lightning now the leader by 2.5. Class tie is next. 3 lengths back is the Manor Born in third. Then comes Siren's Echo next, racing fourth. The Manor Born is next. Joined on the outside, Siren's Echo, Opera Heroine in there between horses. On the outside is Moon Dolly. Then comes Farah T Salute as they make their way down the back straight for the first time. And Green Velvet is on the lead by about 6. Class tie next, a gap of 3. Opera Heroine there in third. And then comes the Manor Born in fourth. On the inside, Jelly Berry is there in fifth. As they head for the far turn, then comes Make Believe. After that, it's a gap about 6 now. Back to Ptarmigan, farther back, Dinah Skill. And Secret Style is the trailer, racing 12th as they come to the top of the straight. One more round the infield. And this is fence number 6 with Green Velvet. The leader by 4, Opera Heroine, is next. Class tie along the inside is there in third. Then comes Jelly Berry in the fourth spot. It's a gap of 2 now. Moon Dolly is next. Then comes Farah T Salute. Along the inside is the Manor Born as they come by us now with one more circuit to go. Green Velvet on the lead by 4. Here they are over the 7th jump now. Opera Heroine is next. Class tie to the inside. On the outside is Moon Dolly. Right there in fourth. Ptarmigan stalking the pace in fifth. Farah T Salute along the inside is next. As they head down the back straight for the final time. Green Velvet trying to wire the field here in front, 2.5. Opera Heroine next, class tie. Then comes Moon Dolly. Along the inside, Jelly Berry. Farah T Salute is next. To the outside is Make Believe. And then comes Ptarmigan trying to gain on the leaders. 6 back to the Manor Born. Into the far turn they go now. Green Velvet has the lead by 4 lengths now. Class tie on the inside is next. Then comes Jelly Berry. A gap of 4 back to Moon Dolly as they round that far turn. Green Velvet by 5. Jelly Berry maintaining the second spot as they come up the hill. Moon Dolly is next, class tie, and Farah T Salute. Up the hill they come now to the 11th and final. Green Velvet still has the lead for Ross Garrity as they come to the 11th and final. Green Velvet by 3. Farah T Salute gains on the outside. Moon Dolly is next. They're over the final. It's all Green Velvet by 5. Moon Dolly is next, and Farah T Salute. Green Velvet home in front in the Peapack. And the flag is up. And they're away in the Harry E. Harris. All the way well, one giant step. Knight in armor to the outside. Fog Island on the inside, Salinja, as they come to the first of 11 fences. One giant step, and Fog Island, they'll be over that one together. Knight in armor to the outside, then comes Salinja. They're in fifth. Nikki Palmer up sixth on the outside. Lake Placid next in seventh. Held over is eighth, straight red card, and Good Request is ninth as they head to the first turn. And into the turn, Lake Placid gets to the front. Ahead in front of Knight in Armor there on the outside. Then comes one giant step, and Fog Island is there along the inside in fourth. Nikki Palmer about six off the pace fifth. Salinja next in sixth. Good Request is gained a bit. Then straight red card and held over is about eight off the pace at the back as they go over fence number 5 on the backside. At the fifth now, Lake Placid and Fog Island, they're over the fifth together as they now head into the far turn. Then comes Salinja. They're in third on the outside, Knight in Armor. About four off the pace, racing in fourth. Good Request fifth, then Nikki Palmer. In sixth. One giant step has dropped back. Straight red card to the outside and held over as they come through the inner loop the second time. And have a look at fence 6 of 11, halfway home in the Harrison. Fog Island is on the lead here by about 5. Lake Placid is next as they come to the 7th fence. 3 more back to Salinja. Knight in Armor, a neck to the good of Good Request. Then Nikki Palmer, one giant step on the inside, held over in straight red card as they head into the turn and to the back straight for the final time. It is Fog Island in front here by 3 and moving well on the lead. Lake Placid stalks the leader in second. Salinja 5 off the pace in third. Good Request has moved up into fourth now. Then comes Nikki Palmer, one giant step is next. Then Knight in Armor, a gap of 2, straight red card and held over as they head down the back straight for the final time. Fog Island and Ross Garrity, they look good on the lead here, and they open up 5 now as they head into the far turn. Lake Placid can't seem to keep up now. Along the inside is Salinja. Gap of 2 on the outside. Good Request may have something to say about this finish as well. Up the hill now, and Fog Island still has the lead. Lake Placid, though, gamely comes back. Salinja is there. Good Request on the outside circles them. Up the hill they come now to the 11th and final. Fog Island has the lead. Good Request on the outside. One giant step sneaks through along the inside. Here there are now 3 of them across the course. One giant step on the inside has the lead to the outside. Good Request. One giant step slips through to win it.
More trying to run off than running in a nice controlled manner, and at the end of a race that tells, and unfortunately it did for him.
Well, hopefully group of 12 that
Turning
any
to
of
face
them,
the starter, the
or any
flag
of
is
at
up.
least 8 to 10 deep, could be live.
This will be interesting tactically because both of our
Fairway
favorites
in
are horses
the
that come from off the
Foxbrook.
pace.
Feeling Real quickly for the lead as they go to the first of 13 by 4 lengths. Nation Builder all together has moved up. Along the inside is Call You in 10. Then comes World of Events, followed by Ambersham. Italian Wedding is next. On the outside is Easy Red as they make their way to the top of the straight for the first time. Feeling Real on the lead by about 5 as they turn into the straight now. All together there in second by 2.5. Nation Builder is third. Call You in 10 is fourth. World of Events fifth to the outside. Along the fence is Ambersham in sixth. 3 back to Italian Wedding, now racing in seventh. Then comes Easy Red. Next in eighth, Italian Wedding. Country Cousin is next. Grand Tour. Baron Von Ruckus is last but one, and Saluda Sam is 12th as they head into the turn and make their way to the back straight for the first time. Feeling Real on the lead here by about 5. Then comes All Together. After that, it's about 8 lengths now. Back to Nation Builder, they're in third. On the outside is World of Events in fourth. Call You in 10 is fifth, a gap of 2.5. Ambersham sixth along the inside, 5 more now. Back to Easy Red, 6 more to Italian Wedding. Then comes Country Cousin, followed by Grand Tour, Saluda Sam. And Baron Von Ruckus is a distant 12th as they head into the far turn now. And it's still Feeling Real with the lead by about 2 now all together. Inches up a closer second as they come now to the 9th of 13. 5 more back to Nation Builder, they're in third. World of Events to the outside is next. Then Call You in 10, followed by Ambersham as they come through the inner straight the second time. 6 fences from home. Feeling Real has been on the lead from flag fall and still there by 2.5 overall together. Then comes Nation Builder in third and World of Events to the outside fourth. Call You in 10 is about 7 off the pace in fifth. Ambersham is next. Then comes Easy Red, 3 to Italian Wedding. Country Cousin on the outside. Grand Tour, Saluda Sam, and Baron Von Ruckus as they head down the back straight for the final time now. 4 from home here in the Foxbrook. Feeling Real has the lead and feeling the pressure now. All together. Looks for room. World of Events is next. Nation Builder is fourth. And Call You in 10 moves up on the outside as they head down the back straight. Nation Builder on the inside. All together. Right there on the outside. Their heads apart. 2.5 now. Back to Call You in 10. Country Cousin on the outside, and Ambersham is next as they round the far turn, and All Together now takes over the lead as they round that far turn. In front by 3. Nation Builder on the inside is next as they come to the top of the straight now. 1 to go, and All Together has the lead as they come to the top of the straight. Ambersham to the outside is next. Then comes Nation Builder along the inside, and down they come now. Country Cousin is also there as they come to the 11th and final. All together, Nation Builder on the outside, Country Cousin next, then Call Me in 10, down to the wire. It'll be very close. All together on the inside. On the outside is Nation Builder. They'll have to go to the photo for this one.
Nation Builder, ridden by Brian Crowley. Winning time 4 minutes, 50 seconds and 1/5.
Well, it was a wonderful race and a great finish. Frankly, I didn't think we quite got there. The jockey thought we had, but it certainly was close, as you can see by the picture. But very nice horse, and I'm very happy for the Hoaglands, because Mr. Hoagland passed away and his wife just kept 2 horses, and this is one of them, so it's great that he won a big one for her.
Well, Keith, you can tell us, is that a common conceit among jockeys in a close finish?
Always, always. We always have to think that we won. Absolutely. Well, Jonathan, now, were you ever concerned about the time between races? I mean, he hasn't ran since Saratoga.
Yeah, we had to hurry his preparation a little bit because he had an injury in Saratoga and ran up there early in the meet. And we didn't ride him for 3 or 4 weeks. And it was kind of a little bit of a struggle getting him ready this quickly. I wasn't sure if it'd be quite right, but evidently he has natural stamina, and Brian gave him a great ride, and it all came together on the day.
So really, he was rode patiently because of the fitness factor?
Well, it could be that maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I couldn't train him as hard as I'd like to have. Sometimes you're better off being a little bit fresh.
Once again, the flag is up. And the flag goes down, and they're away. In the Grand National, Lead Us Not decides to take the lead from the far outside. Preemptive strike. Now quickly through as they come to the first of 14. Lead Us Not settles into second. Then comes Skip Away there in third. Class Popper fourth by a half, and Red Letter Day now in fifth. Mixed Up, last year's Eclipse Award winner, is next. Then comes Dick Tina's Boy, followed by Tax Ruling. Sear is next, percussionist on the outside, 10th. Shavite is 11th. And Decoy Daddy is 12th as they come to the top of the straight for the first time. And fence number 4 of 14. And up the hill they come now. It's Preemptive Strike. Showing the way by 3, Skip Away. He is next now, and Class Bopper is moved into third. 4 lengths back, Lead Us Not has dropped back to fourth, and Red Letter Day is next. Then comes Mixed Up, followed by Dick Tina's Boy. Tax Ruling next, then comes Chavite. Percussionist, 10th on the outside. Then comes Decoy Daddy, and Sear is 12th. As they jump the 5th and head to the back straight for the second time. Preemptive Strike is the leader by 3. Skip Away. The gray is maintaining the second spot as they head down the back stretch. Class Bopper is next, now the margin 6. Back to Lead Us Not, fourth by a half over Red Letter Day. 3 more back to Mixed Up, then comes Dick Tina's Boy between horses. Percussionist on the outside. 2 back to Chavite, followed by Sear. Tax Ruling on the outside. As they head down the back straight and have a look at fence number 8. They'll come around the inner loop one more time, and it's Preemptive Strike, who took the lead shortly after the start. Out in front here by about 4 lengths now. Skip Away still maintaining the second spot. 6 more back to Class Bopper in third. Red Letter Day to the outside fourth. Then comes Lead Us Not as they come through the straight now and have a look at the 9th of 14 here in the Grand National. Preemptive Strike coasting on the lead for Jody Petty at this stage of the race. Moving well and jumping well and leading by 5 over Skip Away. 5 more back to Red Letter Day. Class Bopper is next. Then comes Lead Us Not, Percussionist on the outside. Dick Tina's Boy has about 10 to make up. Then Chavite, followed by Decoy Daddy Tax Ruling is next. Mixed Up, struggling at the back. And then comes Sear as they make their way to the back straight. And down the back straight for the final time. Preemptive Strike still has the lead by 2.5 and will take some catching here in the Grand National, but Skip Away patiently there in second. Percussionist, the Norwegian Invader, is third. Lead Us Not, 6 off the pace. On the outside, then comes Red Letter Day, followed by Decoy Daddy. On the outside as they head to the final jump. Come now to the top of the straight here in the Grand National. It's Preemptive Strike, still hanging on to the lead. Skip Away is next. Percussionist on the outside as they come up Heartbreak Hill here at Far Hills. Here comes Percussionist on the outside. Skip Away. Preemptive Strike is next. Look out, Percussionist at the 14th and final. Skip Away is next. 2.5. Preemptive Strike gives way on the Norwegian Invader. In front here, Percussionist home in front by about 8. Skip Away is next, and Lead Us Not.
They were second here last year and the winners here this year. And Hannah, congratulations, that was quite a win.
Thank you, sir. I'm devastated and I'm totally shocked.
Devastated, but you must be happy too.
I'm probably the most happy man at this beautiful racetrack at the moment.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for bringing the horse over. He ran beautifully. It was a great race. And thank you, the owners, for bringing the horse too. Thank you, and congratulations again to...
And we're here in the winner's circle, and the most important or the most hands-on member of the winning team for Percussionist. We're here with James Patrick O'Farrell, and it has to be seen like worth the trip at this point.
Definitely worth the trip when something like that happens. All credit goes to everybody else. I just had to sit and steer and hope I didn't fall off or mess up. But no, the job was done before today, and he done it well in the end. Very happy for everybody.
Well, I'm going to let the jockey, Keith, ask you the important questions. Just from novice view, awfully impressive coming into the stretch.
Very impressive. Now, as a saddler as well, they're notorious soft ground horses. Was the ground a concern? It was a concern because I think the main reason for coming here this year was because the way the ground turned out last year. And luckily for everybody else, it was a beautiful day. You know, when we came here in school on the Thursday, the ground was beautiful. There was a lovely bit of juice in it. But it's been so nice, the weather's been lovely, and it's been drying out all the time, you know. It was a little bit of a concern, but thankfully I rode in the race before, and down the back straight they were getting a cut into it. Still quicker than ideal, but you know, he handled it well today. Yeah, he handled it super. And then the second thing was his jumping, just spectacular. Yeah, he's brilliant. His jumping's brilliant. You know, he's all class, and like many saddlers as well, I know they can be a bit tricky, and you know, they do have a bit of an attitude problem, really. A lot of them, you know, they're fairly confident within themselves of their ability, but he's jumping, he's got so much scope. You know, when you give him a squeeze, no problem. When you're in tight, he doesn't lose any length. He's very quick, and you know, there was definitely not a concern. Although Thursday, he gave us a bit of a fright and nearly.
Is that right? How do you do?
We were schooling, so I think that was probably the best thing that happened.
Sometimes they learn a lesson that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And first time jumping something like these, and they're lovely, very inviting, and he jumped them well when it mattered.
Well, that's what counts. And now, this is your biggest victory to date?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy it, James.
Thank you very much.
The flag is up, and they're off. Demonstrative unseated his rider at the start as they head to the first fence. And it is Saint of Circumstance with the lead. Dance Faster is there in second, 2.5 to Worried Man in third. Then comes Class Skip on the outside in fourth. Union Army is next, followed by Peacefire 5 lengths back. Dakota Slew. Great Halo is next, and Dr. Wheat is at the back. They head down the back straight for the first time. Saint of Circumstance is the leader by a length. Dance Faster second by 2.5. Class Skip is there in third. Peacefire fourth ahead, and Union Army is fifth on the outside. Worried Man next, 5 more. Dakota Slew, then comes Great Halo, last but one, and Dr. Wheat. And on they go now to fence number 5. Saint of Circumstance, the leader. A length and a half. Dance Faster is next. Peacefire. Third by 4 lengths to the outside. Union Army is there in fourth. Then comes Class Skip. Gap of 2.5 to Worried Man. Dakota Slew on the outside. Great Halo. Dr. Wheat at the back as they come through the inner loop for the second time. Up the slope to fence number 6. Saint of Circumstance has the lead. Dance Faster inches closer. Peacefire is next. Union Army is 4 off the pace. Then comes Class Skip. Worried Man there in 6th, followed by Great Halo. Dakota Slew next. Dr. Wheat. As they head into the turn now, to the back straight for the final time. Saint of Circumstance has the lead by 2. Dance Faster on the inside is next. Then comes Peacefire there in third. Union Army is 5 off the pace on the outside. Class Skip is next. Then comes Worried Man. Dakota Slew begins to gain on the outside. Great Halo is next. And Dr. Wheat has gained some ground as well. And down the back straight they go. For the final time, Saint of Circumstance still has the lead a length. Dance Faster now to challenge. Union Army on the outside is moving up to make it 3 across the course. On the inside, Class Skip is next. Great Halo also there. Peacefire, Worried Man, and Dr. Wheat. Dakota Slew the trailer now. Around the far turn, Class Skip through along the inside, and Great Halo. Great Halo is on there to challenge for the lead. On the outside, Dance Faster, these 3 across the course. Union Army is next in Peacefire. Here they are now, up the hill to the 11th. And final jump. Great Halo, Class Skip next. On the outside, Dr. Wheat has come from dead last. They come now to the 11th and final. Dance Faster, Class Skip on the inside. Dr. Wheat is next. Union Army on the inside. Final 16th of a mile. Class Skip has the lead. Dr. Wheat and Peace Fire, they're together. Class Skip hangs on to win it.
Our presentation here to Richard Boucher and Lilith Boucher, the trainers and rider of our winner, Class Skip. And our Class Skip is owned by Meadka Harbor Stables from Virginia.
And we're here in the winner's circle with the winning trainer and jockey and hold on, we need an introduction first.
This is Mel Boucher, and this is her twin sister, Mary Boucher.
Well, I have to say, we have the beautiful and very happy Boucher family here in the winner's circle. Lila, you've had a tremendous amount of success with these Meadka Harbor horses over the last couple of years. They seem to have blossomed under your care, and with him in the irons, it must be an awful lot of fun when they keep coming out like that.
It's a definite lot of satisfaction to have ones that we break as babies and we fool with them as weanlings even, and then when they come on like this, it's tremendously satisfying. And I mean, it's a credit to Mignon Smith, who for years has really been adamant about breeding steeplechase horses. So I mean, you got to give it to her, because I mean, she just keeps breeding them, doesn't she? You know?
Absolutely, and a slightly anachronistic pursuit in this day and age, but in the great tradition of Marion DuPont Scott and other great ladies of the turf, it's great to see it succeed to this extent. Now, Richard, I'm going to let the jock handle your end of it.
Congratulations, Richard.
Thanks, Keith.
You were able to negotiate a pretty clean trip for a 3-year-old.
Yeah, I had him tucked down on the inside most of the way around. He had a bit of a introduction to it at Middleburg, and I was pretty easy on him and just let him figure it out. And today he was a little more focused, but down on the inside it gets a little packed in there. And when he did hit the front coming up the hill there, he was a little green and wandering around. He'd never been in front in a race before.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a scary hill though sometimes too, isn't it? When you run up the hill at the last fence, there's a lot to look at, especially for a 3-year-old.
Yeah, the rail disappears, and all of a sudden you got the beacons, and it's wide open, and he had his ears pricked looking all over, and I just hope I scooted away around the turn enough to get away from him. But the last didn't come up too nicely, but he negotiated it nicely and got away with it.
Well, congratulations. But my last question is, though, how challenging is it to ride for your spouse?
Challenging. That's all I'm saying.
Well, congratulations, Richard.
Under the orders of the starter, and they're away in the New Jersey Hunt Cup with Plum Brush. Moving for the extremely early lead, he's a conniver. There in second, then comes Good Day, Good Day. Next racing third, a gap of 3. Back to Westbound Road as they come to the first of 20 fences. And 4 under the wire. Plum Brush giving way on the lead. On the inside, he's a conniver. He's a conniver now to the front. On the outside, Like a Bee. has come on. He's a conniver on the inside, Like a Bee on the outside. 3 lengths back to Plum Brush in 4th. Then comes Albert's Crossing 5th on the outside. And Good Day is in between horses next in 6th. Westbound Road next racing in 7th. And then comes Patriot's Path on the outside in 8th. Gap of 3 back to Haddix racing in 9th, followed by Brands Hatch. Down the back straight they go now. Like a Bee in front by 4 lengths. He's a conniver. Is there in second. Gap of 2 lengths back to Albert's Crossing. There in third. Then comes Plum Brush, who settled back in 4th. On the outside, Albert's Crossing, and then comes Good Day along the inside. Patriot's Path is next, followed by Westbound Road. 2.5 now, back to Haddix, 5 more, back to Brands Hatch. In 9th, The Other Me is 10th. As they come through the straight now for the second of 4 under the wire. Like a Bee is the leader by 3 lengths. He's a conniver. He is next. Albert's Crossing on the outside as they come up the hill now for the second of 4 under the wire. Plum Brush there in 4th. Then Patriot's Path is next. And along the inside is Good Day. As these Timber runners come by us the second time in the New Jersey Hunt Cup. It is Like a Bee, the leader by 2.5. He's a conniver. Westbound Road up on the outside. Albert's Crossing next in Plum Brush. Then comes Patriot's Path. Haddix on the outside. Good Day is next. Then comes Haddix, Brands Hatch, and The Other Me as they head down the back straight. For the third time, Like a Bee has the lead here by 2.5. He's a conniver is next. Plum Brush, Westbound Road heads apart. On the outside, Albert's Crossing and stablemate Patriot's Path right there alongside. Then comes Good Day. On the inside, Haddix is next, 2.5 to Brands Hatch. And The Other Me as they take that last fence on the back straight. And He's a Conniver has taken over the lead as they round the far turn. 2.5 to Plum Brush. Like a Bee gives way a bit now in third. 2.5 now. Back to Patriot's Path. In fourth, Westbound Road is next. As they come up the hill now. Over the 13th, 7 to go here in the New Jersey Hunt Cup. He's a Conniver. Plum Brush still very much in it on the inside. Like a Bee is next as they have one more circuit to go. Westbound Road is next. Then comes Patriot's Path. Albert's Crossing on the outside. Haddix right there, 2.5. Good Day. Then Brands Hatch. And The Other Me. And these Timber horses are tightly bunched now as they head for the turn in the back straight for the final time. He's a Conniver. In front by 2.5. Then comes Plum Brush in second. Patriot's Path. Third by a head, Westbound Road. Right there on the outside, about 5 off the pace. 2.5 lengths back now, Like a Bee. Then comes Good Day, followed by Haddix, Albert's Crossing, Brands Hatch, and the other me. Now, 3 to go, and there was a faller. I believe it was He's a Conniver. The leader was a faller, and Plum Brush now inherits the lead. 5 more back to Patriot's Path. Westbound Road is third. Good day, next in fourth. Then comes Haddock's Like a Bee is dropping back. They round the far turn. Plum Brush has the lead now by 2.5. Then comes Patriot's Path stalking the leader as they come now to the 19th. And apparently Plum Brush left the course. Now Patriot's Path is well in front. Patriot's Path inherits the lead. Gap of 5 now. Back to Westbound Road, who has taken over second. The 20th and final jump. Patriot's Path is well in front. Westbound Road is next. Then comes Good Day. Patriot's Path wins the New Jersey Hunt Cup easily. Good Day on for second. And Haddock's was third.
Days racing here at the 90th running of the Far Hills Race Meeting. We thank you for coming. We hope you'll have a safe journey home, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here again next year. Don't forget to stop by the Open Road Auto Group's display if you're in the infield on the way out.
I can only think of one thing to say. He's back.
Yeah, he had a nice win there a couple of weeks ago with Geneseo, and he's run back pretty well. Champion Timber Horse last year, took a terrible tumble at Pennsylvania Hunt Cup last fall, and struggled a little bit in the spring, but he seems to find his feet here again now, you know, and touch wood, he comes out of the race good. We'll probably think about the Pennsylvania Hunt Cup in a couple of weeks' time, you know.
You'll go back for another try this year.
Yeah, well, you know, like if the old horse is running the way he is, he's tough as nails, you know, and assuming he comes out of it okay, we'll look to the next day, you know, so I'm delighted with him.
Well, congratulations. I have a very vivid memory of that Pennsylvania Hunt Cup last year. So, Darren, good luck. Well, you know, some people may not have seen it. It was pretty spectacular. So, do you think this year you will make redemption, maybe?
I don't know. He's been there the last twice, and he's been unlucky the last twice. So maybe it's third time lucky. I don't know. To be honest, there isn't many good timber horse around now, really, you know. But I think the old horse, he won well up there in Geneseo a couple of weekends ago. I think that's done his confidence a world of good. I'd say today that was probably the best race he's ever ran. He felt great, carried me every step of the way, and he jumped absolutely brilliant. I was a little worried when the horse ran out in front of me because I need to get a lead as long as I can on him, you know. But in fairness, thank God we got over the last two, you know. Sometimes he can stop.
I'm about to say, you looked like you were being pursued by demons there as you came through the stretch. We couldn't see anybody in the same zip code, but very well done.